Stray Kids could never. Dumplings are so insane. Icons are a weird fandom. Morning is the 5th gen it girl. I don't care. I genuinely hate when Orbit's Luna fans come bolting towards Stray Kids whenever they release an album, solo, EP. Not only Orbit's, but generally every single toxic side of a K-pop fandom. I don't also get it when any group releases an album and they proceed to comment the next ceremony, or when the album is good they comment Stray Kids could never. I obviously side with Stray Kids because they're my olds. The thing is, if you're gonna hate on Stray Kids, get out, go support your group and stop hating on one single bad album. Karma wasn't even that bad. You cannot tell me you listened to the whole discography, which is like 380 songs, and didn't like a single one. I feel like because Stray Kids just not slowly, well, I guess they did have a slow uprise. They didn't become successful straight away. They were just like had a slow rise, and now they're getting even more popular, which creates more attention, which then creates more hate, and people will be like, oh, why are they getting more attention than my faves, and yada yada yada. So people are getting biased, going against the popular groups, since it's like my ones are getting popular while Stray Kids getting popular. It's just kind of like that, being competitive, when in actuality it's just Stray Kids are great. People are just, always wanting to put down others to put their own faves up. Dumplings are so insane because what do you mean Blackpink losing against Heart to Heart is in the top 10 saddest things in K-pop 2026? Also, I feel like should stop saying that they're mourning Heesung, because mourning is used for people who have passed away, and Heesung is very much alive. The Blackpink losing against Heart to Heart, it's not that much of a surprise, since like Rude is much more well known than Go this year. I would say like Heart to Heart's comeback with Rude had a bigger impact than Blackpink's comeback with Go. That's how I personally feel. A lot of people, like for the average K-pop fan, a lot of them knows that part in Heart to Heart's Rude, whereas like if you ask an average K-pop fan sing a part in Go, a lot of people tend to not think of the same part or don't know a part, and that's just how it is. Blackpink, that doesn't mean they're no longer great. It just means it's just not their year. They didn't have the greatest comeback. It wasn't awful, but it didn't have the same impact as Heart to Heart Rude, and that's fine. K-pop is growing, so hope it just continues to grow. And Morning Heesung, he just left the group. He didn't pass away or anything, or didn't even retire. Morning, yes, it's usually used for people that pass away, or even for people that had cut off somebody important in their life, or they no longer see them anymore at all. It's not just passing away, but it can just mean they are gone in your life. And yeah, that's Morning. Heesung, he literally has an Instagram account. He literally is about to debut on my birthday, so no need for any of the mourning. It'll be fine. But random, watching Music Bank live on YouTube is such an experience, because everyone is in the live chat is spamming their favorite group names, and there's always a rage base saying ew, blank sucks, and randomly spamming about height and hyping it 6 and engines are parasocial. Some K-pop fans are celebrating for their idols. Live stream chats, they are not moderated most of the time, at least, and it's a fun time, to say the least. Some blinks are genuinely insane. I've seen a comment under a video by Baby Monster's Farita getting lots of dating rumors saying that Farita has nothing on Lisa. Dating rumors are afraid of my Lisa. What? The same fans also take similarities way too seriously and use it to elevate Blackpink status. These fans are making the rest of the fandom look toxic to other K-pop fans. Can they stop? Stop comparing Baby Monster to Blackpink. Yes, they're part of the same company, but I just don't like it whenever a new group is about to debut under a company that already has a senior group, and then be oh, are they the next blah blah blah. It's no, TXT on the next BTS, and Chorus on the next TXT, and Stray Kids on the next GOT7, and GOT7 went the next 2PM. They're all different. They all have their own identity. Yes, YG definitely has a YG formula, a YG sound, but Baby Monster is different to Blackpink, and just accept that. Kiss of Life is so controversial, but why do they make absolute bangers? I would say they are not controversial as much as they were last year. Yes, they had one live stream that caused a whole debacle and kind of caused the international trust to go down. They don't really have an international audience anymore, but they're still doing their thing. And Who Is She by Kiss of Life, this, I try to listen to every single K-pop comeback whenever it's released, and Who Is She is a very good song. It's a very good song. I don't stand Kiss of Life as much as I used to, but Who Is She is a great song. They still make great music. The 5th gen It Girl should not be a debate. 5th gen barely started, and groups are still debuting. If we're going to choose an It Girl, we should pick after 5th gen ends and K-pop moves into 6th. I kind of see that, but the thing is, during 4th gen, we saw that, it was Wonyoung who is undoubtedly the 4th gen it girl during 4th gen. Like, yeah, Karina here and there, but like it was undoubtedly Wonyoung. Whereas with 5th gen, it's like we can't solidify who it is, but we can have a, like, you know, pinpoint who it is. It's either Eilitz Wonhee or Baby Monsters Ahyun. And right now, I'd say it's Eilitz Wonhee who has more popularity and is more well known, especially internationally. So far it's Eilitz Wonhee, but who's to say? When it comes to it boys, that's a whole different topic. Like, it's hard to say who's the it boy because there's so many different ones to choose from. Blink-2 glazed YG purely because they made Blackpink. I can't deny that Blackpink's impact is insane, but they haven't even had a consistent comebacks and the solos are so much better. YG flopped really bad with their best girl group if their third mini album came out in 2026, but Maybelline is dropping 3 years into their career. I think YG works like this. When they make a new project, they forget and neglect all the other projects. After Treasure's debut, they kind of forgot about Blackpink, and after Baby Monster debut, Treasure was forgotten about. I'm guessing when YG next Monster debuts, they start neglecting Baby Monster or not making their comebacks as consistent. Anyways, love your videos. Thank you so much for the love. And yeah, YG is like, okay, focus on this group for 2 years. Okay. Oh, let's debut a new group. Oh, this group's doing well. Let's continue in this group. And then like, who is iKON? Like, some K-pop stars nowadays don't know who iKON is, and that is baffling to me. But yeah, that's just the YG method. What can you do? And honestly, it's kind of successful. It's like, oh, these YG groups, they barely come back. So when they do come back, make sure you keep an eye on them, and it kind of works, and they get the most YouTube views. So if it makes them money, they're gonna keep doing it. Golden deserved a win, and K-pop fans should stop hating on K-pop Demon Hunter. It wasn't actually a bad movie, and the songs were such a hit. I definitely expected Golden to get more awards than it did, considering how huge its impact was. In my opinion, Golden was robbed. Yeah, Golden is a great song. Like, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters, Huntrix, and Soulja Boys, like, they're not real groups, but their songs are great. Like, the songs get stuck in my head. They were the biggest K-pop songs of last year, undoubtedly. So yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters, they're great. I'm not afraid to admit that. Icons are a weird fandom. Saying this as an ex-icon, I always hate seeing icons comment under K-pop videos saying and Cat's Eye, they're not K-pop, but still, if they aren't K-pop, why'd you bring them up? I feel like at this point, Cat's Eye is K-pop, but when you say it to an icon, they argue that it's a global girl group and not a K-pop group, so it's literally just mainstream pop. Global girl group isn't a genre. I feel like Hybe was messing up from the very start with Cat's Eye because they've been used as a marketing tool since day one. There was product placement all throughout Dream Academy, and they even used it to promote Le Seraphim. Afterwards, in debut, Gnarly and other music videos, there was just more product placement with Samsung flip phones and some random boba brand. Cat's Eye new song sounded like 3 different songs kind of mixed together when the dried fruit ad in the middle. It was so random. I also missed the gag of Mano not coming out of the trunk. Yeah, I see that. And I'm like, let's put it this way. Cat's Eye is not K-pop because they don't make Korean songs. Right, well, the songs aren't in Korean, it's in English. They're like, people say, oh yeah, they're a global girl group. And in like reality, they're a pop group. Cat's Eye are a pop group, not a K-pop group. They're a pop group. And yeah, it's like, here's the thing. Capitalism is at its all-time high, and Hybe, they love money. They love product placement. They love promoting their groups, getting streams, getting views, and they're going to continue to do so. So the game's the game. It is what it is. And the thing is, as much as we try to boycott it, there will always be fans willing to do whatever it takes for them to give support to their faves, especially in their Hybe. Hybe using AI on only specific groups' MVs, and Team's new comeback literally had an AI scene in it at the very beginning, but nobody was talking about it. In a lot of newer TXT comebacks, there's AI teams credited, even though TXT themselves are strongly against AI and have said it themselves. Also, on Hyben's new vampire survival thing, not even 0 seconds in, and the captions say that this is an AI generated image, like what? And it's only these groups so far. All the other groups haven't had any AI in them MVs at all. I looked through a bunch of the credits of some Hybe MVs, and only TXT, Cat's Eyes, and N teams had AI teams credited. Generally, what is Hybe playing at? For me, fuck AI. I hate AI. Like, AI should not be used for creative reasons. Like, they shouldn't be the robots like making art. We should be the ones making art, because art is an expression of life, and we're the one living life, right? And we create life through raising children, not through making AI. And it sucks that we are using AI, and AI is using such high amounts of water to the point that it is damaging our earth, and that it should be stopped. It needs to be stopped, but it's not going to stop because it is seen as easier, and we currently live in a time where instant gratification is what people need, desperately need, when in reality the best thing to do is to slowly work to what you want to go in the right direction, and you'll get it. You're not going to instantly become famous. You're not going to instantly get that degree. You're not going to instantly get 6 figures a year. You got to work for it. You got to go slowly to it. But people just want to, do it unethically. Like, yes, there are ways to become a billionaire quickly, to make a image very quickly. That is possible nowadays. It's like, oh, it's so easy to do. And it's unethical. It damages the planet. It hurts the economy. It's not right to do. And the fact that Hybe are doing it really shows that they're just in it for the money. And yes, they initially wanted to be creative and all that. But if you want to be creative, make sure to use actual artists and not artificial intelligence. So I kind of went on a rant on how much I hate AI and how capitalism has destroyed our world and our mindset and everything. Yeah, that's me. Hey, Ojik, one of my biggest confessions is let idols date in peace and not to hate any idols unless they have done crime or are proven to do crime. And we also need to stop sexualizing idols irrespective of gender. Like, what do you mean that Nicky was 15 when he had to form a sexy choreography? It would be traumatizing. And one of the Island member, sorry, I have heard a lot of songs of Island but not running the members properly, was given a transparent skirt. And according to me, we really need to stop fandom wars and be together as many idols from every single agency. Even JYP are mistreated, like Stray Kids are overworked, Garden removed from the Seraphim as some of a working mark. And I want to say something to Cordis and Longshot Toxic fans. Stop sexualizing them. Like, can you just stop asking them to marry you, etc.? As a core and Longshot fan, it is so fucking disgusting. By the way, Ojik, I hope you don't take comments seriously who are saying that you are jinxing K-pop. It's not true. You just laid your prediction and it came true, and everyone in there are joking. Well, I'm 14, but into K-pop since 2021 or 2020. Well, take care, Eldrick, and I love your videos. Thank you. Wow, you are very young. Stay in school because legally you have to, but also it's important to do school. And yeah, let idols date. Let them do what they want to do. Dating is totally normal, especially at a young age. Date who you want to date. Don't be toxic. Like, yes, you might not know how to date at first, but in the end, just go for it. Just communicate with each other, express how you feel, because if you can't express with how you feel with someone, then you shouldn't be in a relationship with them, because relationship is all about knowing what you're feeling and knowing what they're feeling and communicating that, because relationships are built on feelings, and if you can't express that, then it's not a proper relationship. And only hate on idols if they do a crime, like if they've trafficked people, got them and them friends to force someone to do something that is an actual crime, that's a K-pop idol has done, and it's serving time, only 3.5 years, should be 35, not gonna lie. Then there's fraud, tax evasion, financial stuff, kind of controversial stuff. And then with sexualizing, here's the thing. A lot of people think it's just a woman, and yes, women in K-pop, they are very sexualized, especially back in the day. They were way more sexualized back in the day, no matter the age, but nowadays it has gotten better, but they are still being sexualized. But it's also been men. A lot of people have overlooked on how sexualized the men are, and how they are advocating for it. A K-pop guy, he could just be dancing in a singlet, and then they could just take a screenshot of their fan cam and then post a picture in the comments being like, oh my gosh, I want these arms all around me, blah blah blah. It's sometimes their performance and the way they look isn't to express that feeling, isn't to make people feel that way. Sometimes they're just like that because that's what they were given as a stylist. They're not trying to make you feel certain ways. They're just trying to perform, and they are young. A lot of them are still minors, so you should not express in ways that you're not meant to express, because they're not trying to make you feel that way. And if you're feeling that way by looking at that, then there's low-key something wrong. So there's that. And what was all of this? Oh yeah, overworking. So here's how each company overworks their idols. Hybe, dude, is okay, just keep working. Oh, you need to take a break. Alright, hiatus. And with JYP, a lot of the idols choose to do it with Stray Kids. They are constantly making music. Twice have been on tour for 20 years. And MX's Soyeon and ITZY's Yeji continue to perform even though they had sore backs. It's okay to take a break. it's okay to slow down. And then with SM, it's like how do I describe it? They just keep working their idols until they want to leave. That's how I see it with SM. And with YG, it's like, okay, we're constantly, for 2 to 3 years, we're going to debut a new group and we'll forget about you, and then you're going to beg us for getting work. And it's like, oh, but I thought you wanted a break, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like that's how it's done. And then, yeah, that's how it is. And with Cordis and Longshot, a lot of people like to compare them since they're hip-hop, hip-hop inspired K-pop groups. Let them be. Enjoy the music. They make great songs. It's very fun. So yeah. That's all. I think hyping music has been declining since Romance Untold, and I'm saying this as in hyping being one of my oats, but the music just isn't really good after Orange Blood. Don't get me wrong, I like the albums and they have very good discography, but what do you mean we went from masterpieces like Drunk Days to a just good or mid songs? Boy Next Door and To Us deserve more recognition. They're so damn talented, and Boy Next Door never limiting in their life. Or groups like Blackpink shouldn't even release music if the company is just giving them straight up trash. Like, ain't no way we waited for literal years just to get a mid album. Okay, and hyping, yeah, I'd say the debut and the first few comebacks, legendary, phenomenal, great starts. That's a lot with hype groups. They have great debuts, great starts, and then they're like, okay, let's make TikTok music. And it's like, okay, but we'll make good music. Okay, we'll make those songs B-sides. It's like, they should be the title track, and that's how it is. And then with Boy Next Door and To Us, yeah, they deserve more recognition. They have great discographies, great performers, and like everyone's like, oh, Hype Family, and it's really just Cordis, Le Seraphim, Cat's Eye, and Islet. When there's Boy Next Door, To Us, N-Team, like, 17 and BTS, they're the older groups, so like they don't really interact as much and they're more busy, and 17 are going into military. But yeah, when they say, and TXT as well, when people say Hype Family, they only mean 4 groups that really interact with each other, which is upsetting. But yeah, let's get another hype caterers. And with Blackpink, like, I wish I didn't like the latest comeback. It was fine. And like, yeah, we waited for a long time for it, but they're still making music, releasing music on their own terms. So as long as they're making a success and doing what they want to do, good on them. Wonnie is the 5th gen it girl. I don't care. She's so iconic, and so is Ahyun. But Wonnie is the it girl. Also, Eilid's concept is original, but when y'all think it's weird, you shouldn't be surprised when they go more classic. But then y'all are still pissed. They can't win for real, and they're the 5th gen girl group on the cutest side based on impact and their songs that went viral. Also, the fandom isn't very toxic. Yeah, Iroha isn't vocally bad, but you're unready for that conversation. Same for Mocha, she doesn't sound like a goat. Yuna isn't the visual whole. Wonnie isn't fat. Her chubby cheeks are just chubby. Minju isn't a bad vocalist, a visual. Also, last thing, I know this is kind of rant, Ahyun is training, and it's not her fault. Why did you ruin her vocal cords? And I feel bad for her because she has so much potential. But whenever I say that, toxic, corny monsters say, Ahyun only voice aura. I've said this before, yeah. It's between Wonnie and Ahyun. I think it's Wonnie. And like Islet, they're great. You can support Islet and New Jeans. Who would have known? And Baby Monster, they have they are a very talented group, but they are forcing themselves in different aspects when it comes to when it comes to vocals and dancing. Like, I feel like sometimes they can overdo it. Sometimes they're being like exuding a bit too much to the point where it almost looks and sounds painful, and I'm just like, yo, just do your thing, be flowy, be fun, be you. That's what I would say. Yeah, disclaimer, everything that I'm going to say are all my opinions. Okay, so first I want to address the OT6 when it comes to hyping OT6. I don't know what has gotten into them. I get that they have their own opinions and beliefs. I get that they've moved on pretty fast. I'd say faster than what OT7's expected. But honestly speaking, they have no right to exclude Heesung. And just forget about him, like 5 to 6 years did not happen. Come on. 5 to 6 years of them giving your love and support and inspiration was just nothing. At this point, people, specifically OT6, have no right to call themselves N-Genes anymore. Hot take, but true. Next, I want to talk about the concert thing OT6 has been posting on X or any other platforms. The no OT7 banner, no shouting, no unrelated name, etc. First of all, the unrelated name you're talking about is the ace, by the way, the center. The person who made Highway 1009, the audacity, and then posting things like that when OT7 engines never posted anything to stop OT6 from expressing themselves. I think next is the boycott. I'm a pro boycott, by the way. OT6 are saying that the boycott will just hit and hype in possibly other groups. Well, I'm here to explain the boycott from my POV, okay? The boycott is not meant to attack or hurt any group nor fandom. The purpose of the boycott was for Hype and B Shit to realize the impact of he/Evan leaving, to show them and give a clear message to make them stop all the mistreatment, overworking, and etc. To Hypen and other groups, the boycott is also meant to, if they bring he back, is to give him the option to do a solo while still being in the group. There is literally nothing wrong with that. Sacrifice to not listen to their music, not to go to the concerts is hard, but it is. I just realized my camera messed. Let me just. We good. A sacrifice to not listen to their music and not to go to their concerts. It is hard, but it is a sacrifice meant to be made. Guys, to all engines out there, do not give up. The chances are low, but never zero. We're in this together. We should unite. OT6, I know you've made up your mind, but we can both support and fight at the same time. Let's not limit the possibilities of him coming back, okay? Keep fighting, keep trusting, and keep praying. I know it's hard, but as Hypen said, together forever. Damn, that was like a war speech. Very motivating. And I've talked about the situation a lot. I'm going to leave it there and let you all soak it in and think what you think. Sometimes I feel like K-pop fans be hating on Stray Kids and stays way too much. Yes, we have a lot of freaking toxic cringe people in the fandom, and it pains me to see what our fandom has become, but other K-pop fans are not making it any better. I've seen so many posts about Heesung's and Mark's departure from their groups and comments such as Bang Chan should have left instead, or when is it Stray Kids time, and you'll wonder why some of the stays get defensive and become toxic towards other fandoms. In my opinion, I really want all of the fan wars to stop, but that's an unreachable goal, I guess. Fire, water, earth, air. Long ago, the 4 nations were all one. We're all together. Not gonna lie, ever since K-pop existed, there's always been fandom wars, even since the 90s first gen, so yeah, people will always be competitive. My playlist says otherwise.